Hello everyone, Grace here. I welcome you all to my channel at Touch of Grace. So today I'll be taking you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful dress that you're watching on your screen right now. So if this is what you're interested in, please watch till the end. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I really appreciate. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome to my channel at Touch of Grace. Please do wait to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and drop a nice comment. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's dive into it. You're welcome back, guys. So these are the materials I'll be working with. Okay, this is denim material, which is called mostly jean material. Okay, with this ankara. Okay, these are the two fabric that I'll be working with. Yeah, but firstly I will go ahead and start with this denim material. Okay, by cutting the upper parts of the dress. So from my shoulder to my bust is 10, under bust is 13. Okay, then the full length is 16. Then I added 1 inch joining allowance. Okay, so I drew a line across the points. So next thing I'll do is to go up from the bust line. I went up by 2 inches. Okay, that will be my chest line. Then I will also draw a line on it. So after that, the next thing I want to do is to impute my nipple to nipple measurement, okay, which is known as bust span. So I mark it at the chest line, my bust line, waistline, and then join the line down just like this. Okay, so the next thing I will do is to come out by 3 inches just from this line that I drew down. I come out by 3 inches. Okay, you can do 3.5, but I use 3 inches. Okay, now I will use my ruler, just this my master ruler. Okay, and connect that 3 inches down to my bust line. Okay, I'm sorry this is not showing well, but watch closely, you understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so after I join up from that 3 inches to my bust line, I then came out by 2 inches from that nipple to nipple line on my under bust line and waist line. Okay, then I use my chalk to blend the line together. So behind the nipple to nipple line, I added 1/2 inch on it. Okay, so in total I'm using 2.5, that is half, 2 inches and half. Okay, so I join up the line together just at the bust line. Watch closely, you understand what I'm doing. The chalk is not really showing well, or should I say the material is not really revealing what I'm doing well because of the type of material. Okay, so after that I'll go ahead and cut. Remember what the style I'm going for is block, like bustier. Is a bustier, but the front part will be block. Okay, block shape, not v-neck, not round neck. I'm going for block neck, bustier block neck. So after I was done cutting the whole unnecessary part out, okay, this is what I have. Then I will use this the center front, okay, and place it together like this. Make sure it's aligning very well. So the next thing I will do now is to mark out, impute my waist measurement. Okay, my round waist measurement divide by 4 plus my seam allowance. Okay, so at the shoulder line I have not impute my shoulder measurement, so the shoulder measurement I'm working with is 14 inches. Okay, 14 divided by 2, so I mark it. After I was done marking it, okay, I then use my chalk. From that shoulder measurement I join it up to the chest line. Okay, I join it up to the chest line just the way you are watching me doing it. Then the next thing I'll do is to impute my bust measurement, that is my round bust measurement. Okay, my round bust measurement divided by 4. Okay, and also this denim material is stretchy, is a little bit stretchy. So the measurement I'm adding, sorry, the seam allowance I'm adding it with 1 inch point five, okay, 1.5 inch for the seam allowance. So after I was done, I then use my scissors to cut it out just this way. So after that, this is what I have, okay. Then I will place it on another one like this, folded into two, to cut out the back, leaving 2 inches behind for the zipper, okay, because it's having zip at the back. So after I was done cutting out the unnecessary parts, this is what I have, okay. At this waistline, I minus 1 inch out of there, okay, because it's 2 inches allowance that I left for the zipper. So at the waistline, I minus 1 inch out, then join the line up together, okay. So from the zipper line, okay, I came out by 4 inches, that is the nipple to nipple, for me to get my dart at the back part, okay. So I'm joining up the line. After I made that nipple to nipple point, I measure half inch on both line, then join it up at the bust line, just like this, okay. I'm sorry, this material is not revealing the mark of the chalk, but watch carefully and closely, you will understand what I'm saying. If what I'm saying is confusing you, but follow what I'm doing, you get it right, okay. So I'm making sure everything aligns together, okay, cutting out some parts that is not necessary. So next thing I will do is to make a notch at the under bust line, okay. Very important for joining, okay. So this is all for the cutting of the upper part. So the next thing I'll do is to cut the down part of the dress, okay. So the full length of this dress I'm working with is 53. I've minus the half length of it, which is 16 inches, okay. So the remaining part is for the downside, okay. So from my waist to my hip is 11 inches, okay, and also waist to my knee is 22 inches, okay. The waist measurement I'm working with is 28, while the hip measurement I'm working with is 40, okay. So my waist measurement, round waist measurement divided by 4, I mark it at the waistline, added my the seam allowance, then at the hip I divide the 40 by 4, okay, then added my seam allowance also, okay. I've also added 1 inch that allowance at the waistline, okay. So now I'm confirming what I have at the waistline in total and also at the hip line in total. That the hip line measurement divide by 4 plus my seam allowance. So I minus 2 inches out of it and mark it at my knee line, okay. So whatever I have at the knee line plus my seam allowance, that is what I'm taking down to the end of this dress, okay. That is the hemline, the down part of this dress, okay. So the next thing I will do now is to use my master ruler, okay, and join up the lines just the way you are watching me doing it. I'll join up the lines together, okay, from the hip line to the waistline, okay, just this way, okay. I have to use this curvy in order to bring out the curvy shape, around our hip, okay. So after that, I'll also join up the down parts together. Yes, please, hope you're understanding. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, please rewatch this video and also rewatch this video, okay. Maybe what I'm saying is confusing you, but when you take your time and rewatch it again and follow what I'm doing, you will understand it better, okay. So after that, I will go up at the waistline, okay, and mark out my nipple to nipple measurement just to get my dart, okay. Nipple to nipple measurement, that is 4 inches. I will mark it at the waistline just this way. Then I will come down by, this is the front I'm working with, okay. I'll come down by 5 inches, okay. Then measure half inch at the both line and use my ruler to join it up just this way, okay. So after that, I'll go ahead and cut this out, okay. I'm cutting the down part, the front parts, okay, just this way. So this is what I have after cutting it out, okay. Then I will make a notch at this dart, okay. I'll make a notch at the dart point so that it will be visible. So the next thing is to cut out the back side using the front side, okay. So I've placed it like this, just the way you are watching me doing it. I'm making sure the 2 inches I'm leaving for the zipper is complete, okay. So what I did after I placed it together like this, from the hip line I came out by 1 inch. Then I used my ruler and join it up to the waistline, join it together to the waistline. Then from the same hip line I came down by 8 inches, okay, just to contour the hip. This is the hip contouring. I came down by 8 inches and also use my ruler to join it up together to the 1 inch that I came out from on the hip line. Hope we understood. Please, if you don't understand, watch this video again to understand this part very well, okay. So after that, I add my 2 inches zipper allowance down to the ending part, okay. So after I was done adding the 2 inches zipper allowance, I will now go ahead and cut it out. Guys, if you don't understand, please rewatch this video, okay. So basically we are done cutting both the upper and the back and the downside of this dress, okay. So I'll also go ahead and make the dart at the back side visible by coming down by 6 inches, okay. Coming down from the waistline, I've already marked my 4 inch nipple to nipple from the zipper line there, okay. I came out by 4 inches. Then from the 4 inches I came down by 6 inches because that is the back, okay. So after that I will mark my half inch on both sides, just this way, just as you're watching me doing it. Then I'll join up the lines together. So guys, this is all for the cutting of this dress, okay. I don't want this video to be longer, or I don't want it to be all together in one. So I shaded it, or should I say I split it into two, so that it will not be boring while watching it, okay. So that is all for the cutting of this dress. So the next thing I will do now is to cut out the wording, okay, why some people call it breast pad, okay. So I will place the center parts, okay, the center front, just this way, making sure it's aligned. It stops at that place, that is the under bust line where I notched, okay. Then it will go up just either half inch above the bust line, okay, so that it will not reveal your, it will not reveal your breast too much. So I'll cut it out like this is basically either 6 inches, yes, from the just a little bit above the breast to the under bust. I think it's 6 inches that I use. So next thing I will do is to align it properly, to align with the center front like this. Then I will cut out the unnecessary parts, okay, the part that is not needed. Then I'll also place the side front just this way like this, okay. Make sure it's aligned together. It stops at exact place the center one stops, so that you not have issue while joining it, okay. While joining it on the machine, you not have issue. Think it should be a total of an inches of 6 inches, yes, that is what I use, okay. I don't know, you might be working with a bigger size, okay, so you might need to use more than this inches. So after I was done shaping it the way I want it, then I also go ahead to place it this way. Please watch carefully so that when you be cutting yours, you will not make mistake. Be mindful and take note of the way I'm placing it. So after I was done cutting it, then I'll curve it like this, just to have the shape of the breast. Okay, this is two. Remember, the pieces are two, so this side have to be two also. So I'll place it like this. This is how I'm going to gum it, and this is how I'll also, you know, join it up. So after I was done gumming it to the material, this is what I have. I've also gone ahead to cut the fabric just the same way with the main fabric. Okay, I've cut out the lining, as you can see. So the next thing I'll do is to use my pin to pin it up together like this. I have to use my pin to pin it together like this so that it will be easy for me while joining it on the machine. Okay, I don't know if you can do this freehand with your free hand without joining it or pinning it with your pin. Fine and good, that is fine and okay for you. Okay, so guys, that is all for the cutting of this dress. Okay, on our next video we're going to be joining this together. Okay, we're going to join it, sew it together. Okay, so if you have watched this video to this end and you've not hit the subscribe button, please, what are you still waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment. Okay, drop a nice comment if I forgot any part. So that will be all for now. See you on my next one. Bye.